Good evening. So I made a Facebook Live the other day and it cut me off for 2 minutes and I didn't know, so I rambled on and on for 8 or 10 minutes and it didn't show up. So I decided I'm gonna go back to just making videos and uploading them. That seemed to always work before. But what I was saying in my video, if I can remember, was basically that I had decided a few weeks ago to kind of take a break from the work. I was pushing, 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 trying to always better and improve myself, and that was great. I was growing and everything was good, but I just decided, I was like, you know what? I need to take a step back during this time that I've been given and gifted by this illness. I know that there's a lot of negative stuff out there about it, but I've chosen to kind of be grateful for the positive aspects of it. And the biggest one for me is a lot of extra time. Time has been one of my challenges through, well, forever. So at minimum, I'm working from home, and so I don't have to drive to and from work. And I'm like, well, that's about an hour and a half, 2 hours a day extra. I don't have to drive the kids to and from school. That's another 45 minutes a day, and adds up. So it's been really nice to have that extra, space and time. I'm getting up into nature because I'm lucky enough that I live right on BLM land. So it's just desert, and I get to go for a nice hike every morning and every evening most days. Today is the weekend, so the kids and I went to the lake. We drove down into Arizona because their beaches are still open, and we went to the lake, and that was beautiful and so nice. And the kids swam for a couple hours and got a little bit of sun, so it was nice. But yeah, and so I decided to step back from the work to just decide to play. I changed my, like how I was showing up for myself. And I was like, I'm not going to worry about every little thing. I'm not going to look at triggers and all that. I'm just going to play and be. And so we've been bouncing on the trampoline, and we broke out the sprinklers the other day because it's been hot. And we've been riding bikes and going for these hikes and doing artwork and drawing and doodling and, just stuff that feels nice, and things that I don't always make time for. So in this time of play, my mentor always says, see what changes, see what shows up differently when you make a change. And so since my decision to start playing more and to show up lighter, I have lightened up, literally. I've been noticing a lot of attraction to me. My boss offered me to write 2 classes and gave me quite a large check for doing that. And even though that's not due till July, she paid me already. So it was nice to get a big chunk of money coming in that was unexpected. I got my money from the government for the corona thing. I'm still working. So I get my regular paycheck. I got into an investment with a friend that should turn out pretty well as well in the next month or so. So financially, that's been really good. I decided I might be ready to start dating a few months ago, and I've been attracting a lot of attention in the last week or so because I'm feeling lighter and freer, and so I've noticed that change, which has been cool. So yeah, I forget what else. I mentioned 5 or 6 things the other day in my video, but I'm really tired. We were at the lake. Like I said, we were at the lake in the hot sun all day, so I'm kind of ready for bed myself. But, it's so interesting to see how things shift when your energy shifts. And I know everybody has experienced this, whether you believe in the spiritual side of things or not. You've experienced this. When you're happy and bubbly, things seem to go right. When you're depressed and morose, things seem to go wrong. It's like inertia. It's a force that, when you're depressed, it gets bad. When you're happy, it's just continues. So I challenge you to kind of look at lightening up during this time, especially now, because there can be so much heaviness if you decide to get sucked into it. Change something. Turn off the news for a day. Unplug for a day or a week or the whole time or whatever. Block those negative Nancys for 30 days. Just I unfollowed, or not unfollowed, snoozed, I guess it's called, on Facebook. more than half of the people on my Facebook list because I just didn't want to hear about it every time I looked on Facebook. I was like, I know it exists. I'm being safe over here with my kids, and that's all I can do. Worrying and being in fear about it wasn't serving me, so I chose not to let it, get to me and bring me down. So it was a choice. And it works for me because we're over here happy and healthy and great. So I challenge you to do something a little different. Choose play over whatever, turn off the TV, turn off the Netflix, whatever, and dance, bounce on a trampoline, play tag with your kids, go for a bike ride, whatever it is that to you looks like play. Do it every day for half an hour. Schedule it if you have to. Put it in your phone and make it happen, because it will shift everything. Everything has shifted so beautifully for me. And it's just the tiniest little thing. I'm doing this spinal decompression yoga with a friend because my back has been hurting a lot. And so she explained something to me. She's like, if we make the tiniest little shift, she's like, this is your spine, this is your tailbone. You make the tiniest little shift here, and it's a big shift on top, right? So you shift this a quarter an inch, this shifts a foot. She's like, it's amazing how the tiniest little shift. And I use that as a metaphor for life. You shift one little thing, turn something into play, and so much around you shifts. So it's an interesting kind of metaphor if you look at it that way. But so let me know. Try something. Let me know how it goes. See what's different. Notice what's different. And that's where the momentum gets picking up. And it's like the snowball effect. So give it a try and let me know what happens. And I will talk to you all soon. Good night.